Well, this is the first day of going to meet my first doctor, and this is going to be a documentary going on for a while. My primary doctor through Michigan Health. Hey, Doc, I'm your new patient. Guess what? You want to hear about the week I've had this week? How about as far as the last couple, 3 years? But at the VA. But I'm going to take you along with me through this travel. Somewhere in this video, as I edit this thing, you're going to understand a few things, and some people are going to end up eating a lot of crow. And just be careful what you say to people, folks. I mean, really, if you're going to talk the talk, walk the walk. But now it's time for me to pay attention to what I'm doing and driving. So we'll talk to you here in a little bit and see if the doc will let us record. You know me, have a camera, we'll travel. Tripod. So we're just going to kind of talk on the way to go see the regular doctor. As you've known from following the Facebook posts, that I've had some issues going on throughout the years. Oops, there goes that damn camera. And it's been an interesting way to go with things. Trying to get answers on things and get a look in the deer in the headlight look on some issues. So as you know, last Sunday I had to go to immediate care for some pains in my chest, and a lot of people were concerned it was a heart attack, and I knew that it wasn't. So I went in last week Sunday. We did some things, a nebulizer, an EKG, and they did an x-ray. When they did the x-ray, they found a couple masses on my lungs. There was, they wanted me to do a follow-up ASAP, really push that issue. So they give me some antibiotics and some steroids. And in case you didn't know, I don't want to do steroids no more. I'm done with them. I'm still a little whacked, but yeah, I know I'm always whacked. But they had kind of a bad effect on me. So anyways, getting back to it, the follow-up, they did a CT scan. And that's when the doctor had the bad poker face. And so he sat down, we were kind of talking a little bit, and he told me that they found a couple of masses, one being pneumonia, and the other being the C, and I said cancer. He says yes. Hey, cool. You know, I understand. I'm okay with it. Cancer is not a death warrant. It depends on how you decide to perceive it. So, after the consultation at Borges Woodbridge, they sent me, the appointments have been crammed up the butt, so. But anyways, went to see the doc with the C scan, and he is also straight out as far as saying the word to cancer. Some prefer tumor, some whatever. So, but technology right now, you will find out with the biopsy when I go Monday as to whether it is or not. But hey, I've been smoking 40 years. I did it to myself. Got nobody to blame but myself. Some people told me I need to take accountability for my own actions, and well, I have been doing that. But it's there's going to be some selfie videos. Like I said, this is going to be an ongoing kind of a documentary series. I'm going to bring you right into everything that I can that the doctors will let me, or if they've got somebody extra that can do some filming. So if everything works out, I'll have a little footage of the biopsy and gross you all out with that. And so I'm going to have to kind of take things kind of light with the business. I'm not dead yet, but there's still things that can be done. I've got a good camera crew that can get the footage if something comes up you want done up. But I won't be out on the field shooting, for the fact, of course, you know, I'm gonna have some things I got to do. Okay, so it's Sunday, and as promised, I've got a surprise for everybody. It's probably not the kind of surprise that everybody is used to. Bring you up to speed. A couple weeks ago Sunday, went in, they found that I had pneumonia. They also found 3 masses, 2 on the lung, and they found 1 between the stomach and the kidney. They did a CT. We did a biopsy. The biopsy has come back as malignant. Now, before you freak out, before you get all emotional, cancer is not a death sentence. And I'm not going to let this damn thing beat me. It's, I'm just too much of an ornery son of a bitch for this damn thing to take me over. So, my father, 20 years ago, he was kind of screwed, glued, and tattooed with mesothelioma and asbestos in his system. Last year, a friend of mine, Grover White, he was screwed because he had pancreatic cancer, and it was between the pancreas and the stomach, and there was just nothing they could do with it. It took 18 biopsies to confirm that he had cancer. So, yes, this is due to smoking. Yes, I am still a smoker. However, I don't feel that smoking was the only thing involved with this. This is also part of the COPD, where you can develop cancer. But so when I was in Germany, from '84 to '86, got to experience a lot of history. I got to see Ronald Reagan. That was '86 when he laid the wreath at the tomb of the unknown soldier in Germany, which there was a lot of controversy about that. I was also stationed in Sardinia for about a month and a half. Our pilots would go out and do training with the guns on the birds. So I only had 2 stripes, and guess what? I was running the show. So our hours were from 11 in the morning till 2 o'clock in the afternoon, because we already had the birds loaded for the morning run. We had the next belt ready for the afternoon run, and then all we had to do was make sure they had the belts for in the morning. So also in Sardinia, there was a cruise ship that was hijacked, the Achille Laurel. And that one, if you remember, an American citizen who was handicapped in a wheelchair, he was shot, killed, and his body was dumped over the boat. See, Chernobyl had a little meltdown while I was there. We had readings at Ramstein. So I got a feeling that this is going to be my generation's Agent Orange, something that's going to be kind of hard to prove, because after we've seen from 9/11, you know, the government says, hey, no worries. Okay, well, look at our emergency responders now. They're dropping like flies.
This here is what this dock looks like. As you can see, we have racks here. And over this way we have trailers. Let's take a little spin around the parking lot.
Okay, so now this right here was taken with a cell phone camera back in 2008 when I worked for Martin Transportation Systems. And in 8 years you can tell the difference with the voice.
You're not too far away from these docks, so if they got somebody here, you're not going to get in.
This was, he used to have a hell of a singing voice, by the way.
Normally, this is packed.
I know that everybody's gone through cancer, and everybody has their story, and I can appreciate that. But we went through it with my dad. My sister, she is one that she will, you know, I have to tell you, I've got 3 very strong women, my mother and 2 sisters. And I put them through hell with the steroids, because the stomach, I had thought that I heard the doctor say something about stage 4, which there is no stage 4, okay? So even with stage 4, there's ways of tackling that too. So I'm not asking for sympathy. You can get emotional if you feel like. I'm not going to tell you how to run your emotions. But don't feel like you're walking on eggshells with me. Just talk to me. You know, if that's what you want to do, because I'm still going to BS around. You know, the way I'm going to attack this is that comedy, or that laughter, is the best medicine. And Skylar Stone has proven that. And a lot of other comedians, Hallie Belford, some of my idols, Rich Rich Little and Robin Williams. But to be honest with you, this is the best I've ever felt. Because now I'm getting some answers. I knew some things were going on. I knew what it was. But I was not going to be the kind of person who was going to cry wolf and then not be there. I've got to have confirmation. I've got to cross my T's and I've got to dot my I's. So that's what's going on. Don't cry for me, Argentina. Because I'm not going anywhere. I'm, like I said, I'm just too ornery of a son of a bitch to go. I'm going to kick this thing's ass, and I've already made a phone call to a friend that said, hey, I'm going to fly into town, so let your bosses know that when I kick this thing's ass, I want to get a hold of a joystick and fly a drone and then go turn around and kick some ISIS and Taliban ass. So watch out, Taliban, ISIS, you're on notice. I kick this thing's ass, I'm coming after you. With that being said, I will sign off for now. I will try to keep these short and sweet, but you, my friends, are, I want to keep abreast as far as what's going on. And maybe you can spread this on to somebody else who may feel the same way, or who might have you might have cancer. Maybe this might help them out, you know. And it's nothing to be really afraid of. I feel fine other than what they've said I've been inflicted and sick with. And I guess talking to my disability attorney a while back ago, I was going to do something, and he kind of chewed my ass and said, dude, you are sick. So when I heard those words from him, you know, it's kind of an eye-opener, but I'm still in a good mood. I'm still going to kick this thing's ass. I'm still going to piss people off, and I'm still going to put a smile on your face. One way or the other. And I guarantee you, it ain't going to be clean. Those of you who know me, so, hey, we're good to go. With friends like you, I got a lot of support. With family that I've got that I've been blessed with, got a lot of support there too. So keep living the good life, fight the good fight, and there's going to be plenty more. And I'm sure by the end of this series, everything's going to be fine. So right now, that is all that I know. As far as from all the tests, the MRI we did last night on the brain, and we will see how it all transpires. But feel free to share this if you want. And I'm going to try to not have just me always chatting away. I was going to try to do some editing and stuff, but I'm kind of slowing down on that too. So Gare Bear Productions, we're going to be kind of at a standstill. We'll take things by appointment. I got wonderful camera people. I've got Joel Berlin. I've got Barson Miller. I've got Ben Hooper. I've just got a mess of Fred Western. Wonderful people that can operate the camera for me, and I do pay them, so they know what they're doing. They give me some good stuff to make it really hard to edit, which I like a good challenge like that. So, and I think I've gotten a hold of everybody that their projects have been kind of in limbo, and explained the situation to them. And we've gotten that cleared up. And that's one thing with my reputation. One reason why I got the videos done as fast as I did. I knew what was going on, but I didn't want to leave somebody's project in the damn computer and then they pay hell trying to get their property back. So, but I've got everything all in order. I've had 2 weeks to get through all this and keep going. But once again, I apologize if anybody is upset that you know, I might have misled people and thinking, you know, everything was hunky-dory after the pneumonia, and for me, in reality, it is hunky-dory. This isn't squat. I played with bombs in the Air Force, so you know, I've always been prepared for whatever that God's whatever God's got planned for my path, and I put this in His hands, and He's gonna pull me through whichever way He wants. The only thing I've asked is just that He doesn't take me till this disability thing is settled. And of course, with other issues, as many people know, there may be something else brewing, and I can't really get into detail on that right now. But if you've been following, you know, and there's going to be an organization that's going to have hell to pay, since something was not looked at that I complained about all this time. So, anyways, don't let this ruin your holidays. Love your family, love your friends. Let's all try to get along. And I will catch back up with you here in a little bit. So thank you for being there. Thank you for following, and thanks for your thoughts and prayers in advance, because I know that's going to be pouring in, because I just all the comments I seen 2 weeks ago with the bout with pneumonia, y'all done proved yourself as my being right and being worthy of being your friend, because you dish out you know what I'm saying. We scratch each other's backs. So anyways, I will talk to you guys in a little bit. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being a friend, and fight the good fight, because don't cry for me, Argentina. Everything's going to be good.